What's up guys, it's Asher Griffin back with another video. In today's video I'll be doing something a little different than usual. Usually I stick to coin roll hunting and stuff like that. But today I've got this old metal box full of coin collection. So the story behind this is we know a guy whose grandpa collected coins and then he inherited this from him. And so he took it to me to see what it's all worth, and so we'll be doing that today. And as I go through it, I'll take each coin and then put the price down in the corner. And then at the end of the video, I'll put the total price of the whole collection, and then you can see if it's higher or lower than you thought. So once I bring it out and show it to you, you can put your guess down in the comments how much you think it's gonna be worth. And so let's get into it. Alright, I got everything out of the box, and as you can see, we have a ton of different things to go through. We've got some bags of different kinds of coins. We got some medicine tubes full of coins, some coin collecting albums, special mint set. And when I look in some of the bags, you can see we got some older stuff like some buffalo nickels. So yeah, hope you're as excited as I am to see what it's all worth, so let's get into it. Okay, we'll start off with this little green bag right here. And I already took a peek and we got some good stuff in this one. You can see we got a Morgan dollar right here. This one's actually in pretty nice shape from San Francisco. It's 1878. I'll put the values right down here so you can see what it's all worth and see what the total collection's worth at the end. Then we got another Morgan dollar. This one's from 1892 with an O mint mark. And then we got a 1891 with a San Francisco mint mark. Then we got some peace dollars. This is a 1922 from Philadelphia. And then we also got a 1925, also from Philadelphia, pretty nice shape. And we got some half dollars. This is a 40% right here, 1969. And we got a second one, also from 1969. And then we got some silver quarters. This is a standing liberty right here. It's dateless, so it's probably worth just the silver value. And then we got a barber quarter, 1894 from New Orleans. And then we also got a Canadian right here, 1965, pretty cool. And then we also got this, oh wow, that's super old. It's a 1904 from the Republic of France. I think that's a French coin from 1906. That's pretty cool. And then, ooh, look at this. This is a 1943 Australian coin, 3 pence. Super tiny coin. It's pretty cool. And we got 1867, 5 cent. It's pretty cool. And this, that's just a penny. And then we got this right here. This is super old. This is a British coin from 1785. This one's actually one of the more expensive coins in the collection. It's pretty cool. So yeah, done with the first bag, on to the next one. There was also one more coin that didn't fall out of the bag when I dumped it, and it's a dollar coin. I'm pretty sure there's nothing special about it, just worth a buck. But yeah, pretty cool. Next up, I got this big bag of random change. I don't think there's anything too special about it. I'll go through it, see if there's anything cool in there. But yeah, I'll bring it back in just a second. The guy's grandpa who had the coin collection probably already went through all this, but we did get some cool foreign coins. We got a 50 cent from Australia. It's got a kangaroo and an emu on it. Got this 1 penny from Canada. And we got a battery. Not too bad. On to the next bag. Up next, we have these few bags of pennies and nickels, and some foreign coins too, so let's open them up and see if there's anything cool in there. I got all the foreign coins laid out by country, and you can see we got some Swiss francs from Switzerland. These have a pretty nice design. We got some German coins. The oldest one was that 1950 right there. We got some Austrian coins and a Chilean coin.
None of these have silver, so there isn't any value there, so I'll put the value for all of them at $0. In the next two bags of pennies, we got some pretty good ones. We got 22 BU Philadelphia steel pennies. They're all in great shape, all except for that one right there. Then we got a little stack of copper pennies. Then we got a pretty big stack of 1983 BU pennies right there. Those are worth just face value. We also got a bunch of old wheat pennies right here. We got a 1919 was the oldest. We got two 1920s, 1926, a 1938, a 1939, a 1941, a 42, and two 1951s. I'm very excited about this next bag. This bag is full of a bunch of random older coins, but if you look at it, we got some V nickels, some Indian head pennies, some steel pennies, buffalo nickels. So yeah, I'll sort through it and see what we find. Alright, I got everything sorted out, and we actually have some pretty good stuff in here. Starting at the top, we have a 1857 Flying Eagle cent. It's pretty cool and not too bad a shape except for the damage right up there. But there's some good detail on the wings, so not too bad. That's probably a $25 or $30 coin. And onto the Indian head pennies, we got an 1863. But when I flip it over, look at what happened to the back. Someone a very long time ago must have smoothed it out and put their initials there. It's pretty cool. JW. And then we got some normal Indian head pennies. We got an 1891, 1895, 1902, three 1893s, and one 1905. And we also got a pretty nice steel penny right here. And on to the nickels. So we got a bunch of V nickels. This one is unfortunately dateless. Can't tell anything. So yeah. And then we got a pretty corroded 1891 V nickel, 1896, an 1899, a 1900, 1904, two 1910s. The one on top is actually not too bad a shape. And then two 1911s. And on to buffalo nickels. This one, you can tell, is a 1920. This one's from Philadelphia. We got a 1936, also from Philadelphia. And a 1937, also from Philadelphia. Alright, now on to the foreign coins. We got two Canadian quarters right there. We got a super old 1944 Swiss coin. We got an Italian coin from 1934. We got a really old Canadian 1936 nickel. And then I don't know why I put this with the foreign coins, but we got this 1943 silver. When I flip it over, look at the lamination error. It takes up about a third of the coin. It's pretty cool. Since it's so dramatic, I would say this one's worth about 10 bucks maybe. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Up next, I'll go through these bags of nickels right here. And then we also got these albums. I opened it up, and this one is missing a lot of spots, but does have the silver nickels in there. So those are each worth about $3. So that's pretty cool. And then this one, I opened it up, and there was some 1976 $2 bills in there. Nothing too crazy. Each one of those is worth $2. But yeah. I'll get through these bags real quick and I'll let you know if there's anything valuable. In these bags, there's mostly just 40s and 50s nickels, all worth about face value. But in this bag of yellow envelopes, I did find 4 envelopes which had 1942 to 1945 nickels, which are all silver. There was a total of 103 Silver War nickels and a value of $2.25 each. You can see this coin right here has a little bit of lamination error to the right of Monticello, and this is what they usually look like, just like a little tiny crack, but that other one is actually pretty crazy. Up next, we have some of the more random items in the collection. We have a Cheerios penny. It's one of the first 10 million made in the year 2000. It's pretty cool. I think that's worth about 25 bucks. And then we have this 2007 presidential dollar proof set. Pretty cool looking. That's probably worth about 20 bucks. And then we have these rolls of pennies. If I dump them out, I looked at them and it's just a bunch of copper pennies. Nothing too interesting, no wheat pennies. So nothing too crazy there. I saved this part for last. It's time for the silver. And we've got a lot of it. These medicine cans are all full of silver, so let's sort through them and see what we got. In the bag of Canadian half dollars, you can see we did get a little stack of non-silver ones. Then we did get two 1964 half dollars. Each one's worth about 14 bucks, so total of 28 bucks there. And then we did get 33 40% half dollars. The grand total for all of those is $214. Took everything out of the tubes, and you can see there's quite a few cool things to get into. So starting it off, we got this tube of pennies. These are just pretty nice copper pennies. Nothing too great about those. And then we did get 13 silver Washington quarters. Those are worth about 78 bucks. We also got 22 Franklin half dollars. Those are worth about 308 bucks. We also got 29 silver quarters. That little pile right there is all the non-silver ones, but the silver ones are worth about $145. This tube was full of a bunch of dimes, and you can see we got quite a few cool ones right here. So this little pile of barber dimes, there was 7 of them. That's worth about 20 bucks. Then we got 8 mercury dimes. It's worth about 22 bucks. Then we got 30 Roosevelt dimes. Those are worth about 90 bucks right there. And then those are all the non-silver Roosevelts right there. And then over here, we did get a pretty key date silver barber dime. This is a 1893 from San Francisco. It's in actually pretty nice shape, all things considered. And so that one's worth about 80 bucks. I checked on eBay. Then we also got a super old Canadian. It's got Queen Victoria on it. Does have a hole in it, but I think the date is 1858, I think. It's pretty cool. That's worth about 5 bucks. Then we also got this 3 pence right here from 1941. It's a British coin. And then we did get 4 Canadians. It's worth about 8 bucks. And then we did get some random newer Canadians, and then a steel penny. That's pretty corroded. Now, the last tube was a old roll of buffalo nickels. You can see we got a bunch of random ones here, so I'll sort them out and bring you back in just a second. Here's all the buffalo nickels sorted out, and we did get some older ones. Got a hard to read 1920, pretty nice 1926, pretty easy to read the date. Got a 1927, a 1928, a 1930, a 1934, 4 1935s, 5 1936s, and 5 1937s. The nicest one of the whole collection was that 1936 right here. Just very nice detail. Yeah, pretty nice. And then we did get 2 unable to read the dates right here. They didn't have any mint marks either. So the only one with a mint mark in the whole collection was, I think, this 1937, and it had an S mint mark. So yeah. Okay, now for the part you've all been waiting for. How much is the whole collection worth? $1,818.50. Let me know if that's higher or lower than you thought it'd be worth. And also let me know if you think I was high on some of the prices or low on some of the prices. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.